Hello, Gemini. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm not using that one, I'm using this one. The Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan, illustrated by Mark Evans. Okay, Oracle cards. Supportive Oracle cards. Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. I know Stacey has other decks, I'm pretty sure Ellen does. I don't know if Mark is connected with other things, but if you want to check out those artists or see what else they got going on, that's how you spell their names. So you can do that if you so wish to. Okay. It's mostly what's going on in the environment. I'm already getting that. There's only so much you can do. It's like seeing your moment and actually pushing the button is what I'm getting. It's kind of like your moment is coming, but when the moment comes, don't just gather information and keep considering. Move forward. Choose something. Hit the button. Choose something. Let's get into it and see what the situation is. Now, this is a situation where you've been biding your time, and it's been paying off so far. But it feels kind of like I've been holding to the side, I've been waiting. I move forward slightly, but I kind of keep it careful. And I'm waiting for the right moment to come forward. Nothing really goes bad for you as Gemini. Nothing really goes bad. There are opportunities that are kind of slipping past, but but it's also kind of like, yeah, but all the good ones aren't gone yet. So I still have time to keep considering. I don't feel like I've lost out, per se. I just feel like, the options are dwindling, but there's still a lot of good ones left. But I'm biding my time. I'm very thankful that I have this ability to bide my time. The situation is not over. Certain things have passed me by, but still a lot left for me to choose from. Okay, good. Now, somebody's choosing, like somebody's taking something you want, is what I'm getting. But the reason they're taking it is kind of weird. The Queen of Swords is coming forward and taking something. I feel like she's taking something with this Nine of Swords. And I'm seeing it, like, with the Nine of Swords backing it up, it's kind of like, it's not the best energy. I don't feel regret, I feel like spite. Oddly enough, when this is backing up, when these two cards come together, I'm kind of feeling like doing things out of spite. Like things aren't going the way I like them to go, so I'm kind of ticked off, and I'm going to take from somebody else. I may not want that strawberry cake with all the whipped cream, but I'm not going to let that person have it. I'm going to take that because it's the better one. I don't even want it. I just don't want that person to have it. That's kind of the energy I'm coming from here. That's what I'm feeling here. When this happens, you notice, I don't think is it directly against you? I don't know. It doesn't matter if it is or isn't, because that was not the option. Like, if it was, like, for example, a strawberry cake being chosen just so somebody else couldn't have it, you're like, I didn't really want the strawberry cake anyway. But I was showing interest in it because I was curious about it. I thought it was very interesting, so I was curious about it, but I didn't really want it. The wheel is turning, and then the Page of Wands in this deck always looks freaked out to me. So it's kind of like things are starting to change, and it's starting to, like, there's this air coming forward of spite. Because it's kind of like this one person started things and did it out of spite, and you could tell. Other people are starting to catch into that energy, kind of like, well, if that person's taking it, well, then I'm going to take this. There's a lot of attitude coming in. I don't want to use that example. But it's kind of like when somebody feels entitled and they didn't get what they wanted, so they're going to take something else to just to say, well, I got what was fairly mine. They didn't even want it, but they're taking it anyway. It's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like, choosing something, but you just want something with clout. You don't want something that actually you want. That's what I'm feeling with this energy in the environment. Choosing stuff just to see, look, I got that. They didn't really even want it. They just want to be like, I got that, and so didn't. there's an attitude. There's a lot of attitude. If this is hitting, there's a lot of attitude you're working around right now. Now, when it comes to you, I feel like you're absorbing, and you're just trying to get along. Absorbing what's happening, trying to get along, just trying to stay out of the line of fire. There's a lot of weird energy going on. I say that word weird a lot, but what I'm feeling is like there's people involved in this situation that are kind of like trying to mediate the situation. It's almost like, all right, you got something you really don't want, and that person also did. Maybe you guys want to trade, or maybe work out something, or maybe you want to... There's somebody here, like a mediator energy, like somebody's getting involved and trying to like help everybody work it out, help everybody get along. That seems to be the growth with the sovereignty. Unexpected is like this person interjecting themselves and trying to make everybody get along, kind of like, you know what, let's stop doing this spite thing. How about we just kind of like do this? And you know, I know you got that, and it's, yeah, you did deserve it, but you don't really want it. And I know the other person, you might be able to work something out. And I feel like somebody's trying to get in there and become this mediator energy. Stay away from that. Stay away from that. I'm telling you, stay away from that. The Seven of Pentacles, I'm feeling this, and this, the reason I'm saying that when I'm picking this up is like, this is going to be a never-ending story. Like, when this starts, I don't even think it's a start. I'm thinking it's a continuation of something. It will never end. That story will never end. You don't want to get caught up in a never-ending story like that. It's just not even fun. It's entertaining here and there, now and then, I guess. But it's just, it goes nowhere. It goes nowhere. This is a situation that will go nowhere. It will perpetuate. It will keep going. It's a weird situation. You don't really want to be a part of it. You don't want to put your 2 cents in. I'm warning you. It's just, you don't want to be caught up in that energy. Just let it be its own thing, because it's going to go in circles and circles, and it's just going to go on forever. It's like, it just goes on. It's like orbiting. It just keeps going. Oh my God. It never feels like it stops to me. On your side, I am seeing trust. This is where we're starting that energy. Decide what you want. It's time to decide. It may not be time to hit the button, but it's kind of like you need to like think about your top 3. Your top 3. What do you want? Your top 3. And realize that you're going to lose out at least on one of these. So make sure you got your top 3 ready. And when you lose out on the next one, that's when it's going to be time, is what I'm getting. Your top 3, and one of these top 3, when one of these top 3 are gone, then it's like you need to choose, because you might lose all 3 of them at once. Or you might lose the other 2 at once. And you might get stuck with something you don't want. So you need to think about, this is the point where you want to start thinking about your top 3. Whatever the situation is, where there's a lot of opportunities, and then other people are starting to take things just out of spite, realize that's happening. And just decide what your top 3 are. One of those is going to disappear before you choose, is what I'm getting. When that happens, you need to choose right away. Because there's a lot coming in. The Seven of Wands is people like the Seven of Wands is interesting. This is overcoming adversity. And there's people like fighting things out. It's becoming more aggravated in this situation, which is another reason you want to choose. You want to choose and move forward with your choice and just deal with what you've chosen. So you can just go on and not be pulled in or sucked into this negativity. That's one of the 2 reasons. 1, you don't want to lose out on what you actually want. 2, you don't want to get sucked into this negativity. And if you keep hovering and waiting and thinking, you're going to get sucked into this negativity, and you don't really want that. If you choose... See, if you choose... I'm getting this. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to say it. You got like an either or. You got an either or here. It's up to you. If this reading is hitting, it's up to you. The Two of Wands is in the center. You make a choice. Ironically, you are going to make a choice either way. Either you're going to choose to keep waiting, that's a choice, or you're going to choose what you want. If you choose what you want, you get the world. You go into a new phase, things change, things get better. If you keep waiting, this hunger card is going to consume you. It's kind of like, you know, I'm constantly wanting, I'm constantly trying to find what I need, I'm constantly trying to get what I want. If I end up getting something by default, it feels like default, it's something I really didn't want. The hunger is kind of like, even what I end up with, I'm just like, I'm feeling like if I had just moved sooner, if I had just chose what I really wanted to get, or chose something that I at least liked. It's kind of like looking at, like, I could have done sculpture, painting, drawing, cooking, or home improvement, and I actually wanted sculpture. Sculpture disappeared, so I kind of waited. If I wait too long, painting and drawing are gone, and then all of a sudden cooking's gone, and I'm stuck with home improvement. And I'm like, well, it's not really my thing. I didn't really want to do that, but now I'm stuck with it. It's kind of, and I'll be like, I'll do it because I have to do it, but I'm constantly thinking, I wish I had chose sooner. And any of the other ones, even cooking, would have been better than this, is what I'd be thinking. The situation will move forward. The situation will move forward. It's just kind of like you have to focus to get the abundance. You have to focus. You could end up ending with just default, and you're going to kind of be... The adversity doesn't seem to be as much of an issue, but there's a weird... I keep feeling like I'm using the weird... Use the weird... Somebody likes messing with people. And if you're unhappy, it may be something that kind of gets their rocks off a little bit. Some people are like that. That type of person is out there. When somebody else suffers, it makes them happy, and if they can add to that and make it worse for you, they might. Be careful of that too. This energy here, there's this spiteful, mean energy going on, and I feel like when they can cause pain for somebody else, they enjoy that. They really do. It's one of those people. Like, if your life is difficult and you're unhappy, and they can make it worse, they just seem to like live on that stuff. I know it's not a popular thing, but I'm telling you, it's there. I'm feeling it. You don't want to get caught in that energy either, because you could get trapped into a situation where you have to deal with that person constantly, and they will make your life horrible. You don't want to do that. You really want to choose. Like, I feel like they're trying to impress upon you why you would really want to choose. You really want to go forward with this stuff. And choose something. Like, you're going to end up with your top 3, then one of them is going to disappear. Just roll the dice. You know, odds it's this, evens it's that. Okay, it was evens. This is what I'm going for. Just go for it. That's what I would do. And just go. Just go. So you're not like hemming and hawing, like, what should I do? I could, because it might do that, because I feel like that might happen. Odds it's this, evens it's that. Roll the dice, it's even. There we go. That's what I said I was going to do, and I'm just going to do it. I'm telling you. It's better than this other stuff going on here. And the energy is just kind of settled, so I think we're good. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. This is James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.